Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a small country called North Korea. This country was once a prosperous and thriving nation with a rich culture and a proud history. But then, in the aftermath of World War II, the country was divided into two halves, North Korea and South Korea. The North was occupied by the Soviet Union, while the South was occupied by the United States. In the North, a young man named Kim Il-sung emerged as a leader. He was a charismatic figure who promised to bring prosperity and freedom to his people. He became the first leader of the newly formed Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and he set about building a socialist state. At first, Kim Il-sung was popular with the people. He introduced land reforms, nationalized industries, and invested heavily in education and healthcare. But over time, he became more and more authoritarian. He formed a cult of personality around himself, and he demanded absolute obedience from his people. He purged anyone who dared to oppose him, and he established a system of surveillance and repression that would become the hallmark of his regime. Kim Il-sung was succeeded by his son Kim Jong-il, who continued his father's policies. Under Kim Jong-il's rule, North Korea became even more isolated from the rest of the world, and the people suffered from poverty, famine, and oppression. But even after Kim Jong-il's death, the regime continued. Kim Jong-il was succeeded by his son Kim Jong-un, who is the current leader of North Korea. The country remains one of the most repressive and isolated nations in the world, and so the story of North Korea's transformation from a promising socialist state to a brutal dictatorship is a cautionary tale of how power can corrupt even the most well-intentioned leaders. It is a reminder that we must always be vigilant in safeguarding our freedoms and our democracy.